A Gift Explained. A letter from Mr. Darcy's father that explains his gift to his son, written by Leanie Brown and narrated by Christopher, a cloned voice made available by the voice actor through the 11 Labs library. Author's note: in my novel His Father's Last Gift, Darcy has been left a gift by his father, a set of 4 letters. These letters play a significant role in shaping the behaviour of our dear hero in the story. This is the first of those 4 letters, and the only one that I've written out completely. Discussion of and excerpts from the others can be found in the novel. This one is just bonus content. February 16th, 1811. Fitzwilliam, my son. The physician was here today, and as you will know shortly when I leave my study and send you the letter that I just finished writing, the news he had was not good. My time is not long. My heart is not growing stronger, but it is failing a little more with each day. I know you'll come home from school and see to the care of things here for me. I have no doubt in my mind at all about that. You're a dutiful son, the best for which a father could ever ask. I wish I'd said that more often. I know I thought it nearly every day. Your mother agreed with me on that. She would come stand next to me as I stood at the window in my study and looked out across Pemberley's Park while you were out riding or some such thing, and with her arm around my waist and her head on my shoulder she would say, "He is like you, the best of men." And I would reply, "I have been most fortunate. Have I not been?" The answer to that question is that I have been more fortunate than one man deserves to be, and yet not as fortunate as this one desires to be. If I had it my way, your mother would still be alive, and she and I would not leave this world until your children were well on their way to starting their own families. But that is not the hand I have been dealt. You will not see this letter for some years. When you come home, I hope to impart to you my instructions for the duties that will shortly fall to you. I hope that in the midst of that, I remember to tell you how proud I have always been to be your father. If I did not, let this do it for me now. I know it is not like me to be so maudlin, but then I have not had such a close look at my demise until now. Do not be like me in this. Tell your sister that she is loved as often as you can, and repeat it often to your children, your wife, and any whom you hold close. Do not hide your care behind some inscrutable wall. You are as prone to that as I am, and I know that I have been part of the reason you have honed that skill. I regret this. Attempt to break this habit. It will not be easy. My mind is not so weak as to think that it will be. It is my heart, not my mind, which is failing. Things become so clear when you are looking back on them. With that in mind, I am leaving this letter and 3 others to be given to you on the quarter days of your 27th year. This one, as you can see by the date, is to be given to you on your birthday. These reminders to you about your duty are my final gift to you. One last conversation, as it were. One which might just surprise you somewhat, but I will let that unfold as it may. First, let me explain why I have chosen this year to speak to you on these things, instead of giving these letters to you immediately. By now, Georgiana is 15. In 2 years' time, she will make her debut in society. The things contained in these letters are those which I would tell you if I were with you, and advising you on such a task. So, pour a glass of my favourite brandy, sit next to me, Fitzwilliam, and share this first of 4 final chats with me. Family. This is the foundation, and of paramount importance. Therefore, that is where we will begin. You have been blessed with a good family for the most part. There is your Aunt Catherine, of course. Do not let her tell you how things should be done. If you must enlist the aid of a relation, let it be Lady Matlock. She has kept up with the times and spends her seasons in London. Her advice will most likely be trustworthy. I know that you will see that Georgiana is brought out in fine style with the highest set of accomplishments that are possible for her to achieve. Spare little money on her education. It is as important for a daughter to be well trained and literate as it is for a son. You should know this already. I have said it many times. Do not let your sister spend too much money on her wardrobe as she prepares for her season. She must be well turned out, of course, but there is a limit to the number of fans and pairs of gloves a young lady needs. Set a fair budget, and should she desire more than the budget allows, encourage her to use her allowance to finance her wants. She must know the value of money and what it can buy. I would be rather disappointed to hear that she became either a spendthrift or a lady who ungenerously holds her funds too closely. You know that I have always told you to spend not only on yourself, but also on the needs of others as you see fit and are able. Do not foolishly throw money away, and do not attempt to buy loyalty. It cannot be done. help your sister learn this. On the subject of money, do not base your acceptance of any suitor for your sister based solely upon his bank account. Do not mishear me. I would hope that she marries well and has a very comfortable home in which to live. Be that as it may, I know that a home can have plates of silver and pitchers of gold and yet lack more comfort than our hunting cottage on a cold day when the fire has gone out, if the man to whom she is married is of low character and loose morals. He must not be a degenerate nor a profligate. He must be the sort who holds his marriage vows as sacred, and so must you. Remember my words, a gentleman who indulges his pleasures wantonly before he is married is prone, though not necessarily condemned, to indulge himself after he is married. Your sister is too precious to be given to someone who will not treat her with the respect she deserves. It'll be a daunting thing to decide who to trust with your sister's care. I know this. To be honest, I've long dreaded the thought of parting with her when the time came. Therefore, when I say the following, do not be offended. Do not attempt to make this decision on your own. Let your cousin help you with this, and should you have a wife, listen to her thoughts as well. Your mother could often see things that I could not. She saved me from placing my trust in the wrong person more than once. And very importantly, consult with your sister. Look at the man through her eyes at least once before you send him packing as not good enough. I know you, Fitzwilliam. You're as demanding as I, and I know how dearly you love our Georgie. Any gentleman who seeks to secure her will not have an easy time of it, with you as her guardian. Do not be too unbending. We're all fools at some point in our lives. We should not have to pay for that foolishness forever. Just do not accept a fool who wallows with pleasure in his folly. Always hold your sister close, even when she disappoints you, for we all disappoint one another at times. Give her a kiss for me after you read this, and tell her I love her and trust her to trust you. I have no qualms, not a one, that you will one day build a family with strong bonds. I have seen how you care for your sister and cousins. It is for that reason I will say this here and expound upon it later. Do not, I beg you, put family duty before your heart. If you do, you will disappoint me. I only say this because I know no other way to make you feel the weight of my plea. Care for your family, for they are important, but also care for yourself. As I close this first letter, I leave you with this task. See to your sister. Make sure her education is not wanting, and care for her heart for me, with all my love and my utmost faith in your abilities. Your father. Thank you for listening to A Gift Explained. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please help other readers find it by liking this video and sharing it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be notified when I upload another video. The 2023 copyright for Tales from Pemberley and other Sweet Story vignettes, in which A Gift Explained can be found, is held by Leanie Brown. All rights reserved. The narrator for this story has been Christopher, a cloned voice made available by the voice actor through the 11 Labs library.